Okay, so what do I think I learned from tonight? Um, Not just tonight, I played a couple other matches with the deck. But first things first, I do not think the Stone Rain plan is that good of a Magic plan. It doesn't really feel like it wins some games, but it doesn't. Modern's about doing more powerful things to stop your opponent than that, I think. Um, Maybe I didn't play against the right subset of decks, but not super impressed by it. Inferno Titan as your like primary thing you're leaning on to win, not a fan of. I do like it as a as the biggest thing you're using to win, but I don't like it as your like first stop. Um, this base of mana acceleration was a little sketchy. I would have preferred a lot of other things. They just died in inopportune times. And the deck also still floods with 31 mana sources without a good way to fight flood, which I did not like at all. Ooze did not feel like it did anything in any of those matches. I feel like you kind of want a bigger win con that isn't, bolt exposable. Um, Blood Moon just happened to not be good there. But Madcap Experiment. Oh yeah, Bonfire of the Damned's not a modern playable Magic card. Oh my gosh, that card is not good. Um, these games are not going long enough for you to draw it to break them. But this was the best thing this deck was doing by a lot. I think Madcap Experiment Platinum Appearance is a very powerful game plan. I really have to start thinking about what shells I want to put it in. I think that even splashing it might be reasonable in the format. That might be aggressive, but I think that you don't have to touch for a lot. Like this plus Lightning Bolts is basically a package a lot of decks could play. Think about the sideboard. Didn't learn a ton about the sideboard. I did play a match where I boarded in Boyle, and I did like it. Just not in this set. I think Boyle's an underrated Magic card, and I think that the Valakut decks would do well to remember that that's a thing. And I actually um, am now thinking about it for my Restore Balance deck. It is a castable card there. So if you want to play a Ponza-ish deck, also just not having a way to kill a big creature or just straight up kill a creature is not where I want to be. So if you want to play this deck, I think that the best way to do it is I don't think that this combination right in this shell is where you want to be. I could see, if you want to play like green cards and Platinum Imperium, I could see a Jund deck with that. But as is, I'm not super excited about the prospect of Ponza moving forward. Though I'm willing to admit I did not play against many Jund decks or Abzan decks, and I could see this being some of the things this is doing being a problem for it. Though discard plus Grim Flare is probably just good here. So I'm not. Again, I don't like the Ponza shell, but at the same time, I have respect for a couple of the things this deck's doing. Um, and I think that really the lesson here is that Madcap Experiment is very good, and more people should be doing more things with it than they were doing to start.